Okay, this is a screencast recording that I'm doing using a program called ScreenFlow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some tips and tricks, and I'm going to show you also specifically how to publish your own content to AreaGuides.com network websites, including Frederick.com, very popular website in Frederick County, Maryland, USA. So, I'm in Google Chrome right now, which I highly recommend. It's available on Windows machines, and it's also available on Macintosh. I'm on a Macintosh right now. And you can see my screen. I have many tabs open on this monitor. I actually have 3 monitors hooked up to this computer system, but you can do this with just 1 monitor, 2 monitors, 3 monitors, whatever. I'm looking at my center monitor right now, and you'll notice there's a series of tabs across the top. I'm right now on the tab that's for my Gmail inbox. If I click on the next tab, that is my Picasa web albums. And if I click on the next tab, that's YouTube videos. And if I click on the next tab, this is my Flickr photos, and I'm on my collections page right now in Flickr. And the next tab is Hootsuite, for one of the tools to manage Twitter. Next is my actual Twitter feed page. Next is Facebook. Next is a new service called Convor, and Convor is a great new chat combination forum chat communications tool. I highly recommend you check it out. Convor.com, CONVORE.com, and if you go to convor.com/Craig, CRAIG, you'll see a little section I've put in there showing how this tool can be used. But those are all pin tabs. Those tabs I just went through are what we call pin tabs, and when you create tabs in Google Chrome, by default they're the normal size, and if you have a lot of tabs, you're going to fill up your left to right space pretty quickly, and the tabs are going to get smaller and smaller and smaller to fit in that space. But what you can do is you can right mouse click on a tab and create what's called a pin tab, and that will make the tab small. It'll make it use up less left to right space. And so the ones that I use very often, I've created pin tabs, and it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 9 pin tabs that are there all the time for me. When I close Google Chrome and reopen it, it remembers what tabs were open, so I save a lot of time not having to reload all those pages every time. And so then after the pin tabs, I've got Amazon. Unfortunately, I use them a lot. Buy a lot of things from Amazon. Next, I've got Frederick.com up. I'm very often doing work on the Frederick.com homepage, adding a headline or whatever, so this is something that I always have in a tab. Frederick News is up, and now these are normal size tabs. Frederick Events I've got up because I was working on it, and I've got another Amazon window. I'll close this one out, I don't need to. Then I've got Mac Rumors up, got Netflix up. Got to have entertainment. I love Netflix. And again, Frederick.com, this tab, I'm on the events calendar page. See, this is what I'm trying to demonstrate here, is you can save a lot of time by toggling back and forth between tabs. So if you're copying, pasting from one page to another, you don't have to close a page and reopen it and all that. You just click on the tab. And so here I go, I click. I'm on another tab here, which has a content page here on how you add articles and content and so forth to Frederick.com. I was just editing that earlier. And typically, if I'm working on something, I leave the tab up because 9 times out of 10, you forgot something or whatever, and you got to go back to it. So I very rarely close out a tab like you just saw me do with that extra Amazon tab. I closed that out because I had 2 up. But normally, I keep them up because, again, you're going to have to revisit that tab and do some work on that page again. So keep them open. The most modern computers can handle running 10, 20 tabs at a time. No problem. The next tab is an article on the Walkersville, excuse me, get a drink here, on the Walkersville Southern Railroad that I was working on earlier. And I'm going to click and play this video here real quick.
Hi, I'm Wayne Kirchhoff, President of Walkersville Southern Railroad, and welcome aboard the Southampton, which is our dining car. Just recently put into service, available.
So this article, I have embedded a video clip here, interview of him, and then it cuts away to different clips. And then I've also got a slideshow here that I've embedded in the article. And the reason I'm showing you this is anybody can publish articles on AreaGuides websites, including derickcom. And it's relatively easy to do this. It's relatively easy to upload a video to YouTube and then embed the video in the article, and then upload the photos to Picasa, Google's photo sharing service, and then you can embed a photo slideshow from Picasa that you can copy and paste the code and put it right in here. Literally takes 5 minutes to do this, to put up an article with a video and photos. So it's something that you don't have to be intimidated about. If you have something you want to get the word out about, do it. Go ahead and publish an article. If it comes out good, we'll put it right on our home page. And this is all free of charge. This is all public service that we do, that we allow people to publish articles such as this. Next page is my blog. Next page is my website, CraigShipp.com. I recommend that you go to this website, not just because it's my website, but because there is a lot of information here. There's a lot of resources here that you might find convenient and helpful to you. One is the section called Complete Package. If you go there, it gives a lot of tips on how to get the most out of the internet. And a lot of these tools are absolutely free. And I'm always willing to help you out with using any of these things. Let's go back to my home page. Here you'll find quick links to my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. I share, again, I think a lot of interesting information that you might find helpful. YouTube, that's where I put all my videos up. Friend feed, you can follow me there as well. Flickr, that again, photos up there. Audio Boo, I share some thoughts and information there. Then there's a link to my blog. And then my Convor link is down at the bottom. So feel free to visit those links, and I think you'll find this information helpful. So now the next thing is Tweetdeck. It's a very good tool for following Twitter. I've got various groups here. I've got the Frederick group here. I've got Web Innovators by the Scobalizer here. And so these are people I follow on Twitter. I get all my news and information from Twitter. I don't get any of it from the old mainstream media anymore. I get it right here, generally right from the source of the information. So it's faster, more accurate, and I can control those that I follow. If somebody's putting out a lot of garbage, just don't follow them. So it's very easy to control your information flow. All right, so now what I want to do is I want to go back to derickcom and talk about adding your content here. Again, this is all web-based. I'm doing it on Google Chrome. You can do it on Firefox or even Internet Explorer. I recommend Google Chrome first, Firefox second, then a distant third is Internet Explorer. I don't recommend that browser. So, excuse me. Once you're logged in, what you do is, first of all, you sign up for an account. So, if you, let me reload this page first of all. Okay. If you come to where it says join us here, join as a member, if you click on that, there's information here that you fill out. This is all free to do. Fill all this out and put in an accurate email address, and then you can confirm your account, and your account will be active. And then once you sign in with your username and password, on the left here you'll see, you notice it says welcome Craig, and then below that it has your content, and then below that it has various links of the types of content I can add. Submit a classified ad, submit calendar event, submit article, and you're not going to have all of these links on yours because some of these are administrative links that I have that a regular user doesn't have. But the idea is the same. It's still going to say welcome in your name, and then there's going to be some links here of the kind of content that you can add. There's also a link called Your Content, which you can go in here and you can edit content that you have submitted. You can see I've submitted quite a bit of content, and you can edit and delete and so forth content that you've added here. So let's say I wanted to submit an article, which is what I generally, more often than not, I'm submitting articles. So if you click on Submit Article, it's going to bring you to a page here where it has all the different categories and so forth. And there's another link here that says Submit an Article. Click here. I know that seems like one extra click that you really shouldn't have to do, but that's the way it's set up right now, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to click Submit an Article, click here. That brings me into the interface here where I can put in the title of the article, a short description, the author name, that's your name, and then I can select. By default, it's going to be the whatever site you're on. It's going to be like if you're on Frederick.com, it's going to be Frederick.com. And again, I'm an admin, so it allows me to tag these on multiple domains. You're going to default to the one that you're on. And then you're going to also select a category here like an area event, entertainment, a general article, a hobby. So we have a lot of different categories here. You can write about anything that you're interested in, share information about anything that you're interested in. There's also a place here where you can insert an ad at the top of the page. Now this should be sized like sort of like a banner ad type of thing. And you can upload a new image here. You can choose the file from your website. Just click on Choose File and browse to it on your computer, and you can insert an ad in here, and you can type in here the website address, or copy and paste it in here, the website address that you want this ad to link to. And this ad's going to be at the top and the bottom of your article. So you can even link to your business website if you want to. Now these articles are supposed to be informational articles. They're not just supposed to be blatant advertisements. So please don't abuse this. If you own a business, if you have an area of expertise and you want to write an article about that and share some valuable information, please feel free to do that, and go ahead and put the banner ad in there linking to your business. We have no problem with that. We're very pro-business. But at the same time, please don't make these articles just advertisements. We have other options for businesses to do that. So anyway, so then, excuse me again. So then we get down to text field 1, 2, and 3 here. And this is where I usually put some text in text field 1. My quote articles usually are more multimedia than text. So again, we'll toggle back here to this other tab on the Walkersville Railroad one, and you can see here that I had this text, and that was in text field 1. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy that text and go back over to this other tab. Too many tabs here. Okay, so I go here. I'm going to use my centering tool, and I'm going to paste this text in here. So there's the text. Now, the other thing that I did was I inserted a YouTube video. So I'm going to go back to YouTube. I'm going to go to my videos here. And I'm going to go to this video with Krista.
Hi, I'm Krista, and I'd like to invite you and your family to the Green Home Wellness Fair at the Landon House in Urbana.
Okay, that's a good video. So I'm going to click on Share here, and it's going to give me an option to embed the video. So I'm going to click here, and this is called Embed Code down here, and it's already highlighted. I'm going to copy it, Command-C on my Mac. I think it's Control-C on your Windows machine. Okay, so I've copied that. So now I'm going to go back to where I want to put it. And in this case, I'm going to put this in text field 2, text area 2. But now this is important for putting code in. I'm going to click on the source icon up here in the upper left, and that's going to gray out all of these bolding tools and all these other things because I'm looking at the actual source code in this box now. And so I'm going to paste Command-V. I'm going to paste this code in here, and then if I toggle back the source button, I'm going to see the videos in here now. Okay, I've embedded the video in text area 2, we're calling it. Now I'm going to click source again, and I'm going to hit a return, move this code down a little bit, and then I'm going to put, and this is a little trick here, I'm going to put a center code in here just so that the thing is centered in the page. You don't really have to do that, it just makes it look a little better. And that's the greater than and less than signs with the word center in the middle is that centering code. Okay, so it's a less than sign and then center and then a greater than sign, and that will give you the centering code. Okay, so that's in there now, the video. So now I'm going to go and get the photo slideshow. So I go here to Photos. I'm going to go to my Picasso Web Albums. And I'll go to this photo shoot of Krista, and I'm going to say link to this album, embed slideshow, and I'm going to make it 800 pixels wide. They give you various choices here when you embed these, and you can embed these in your own website too. So this is information you can use on your own website. So I'm going to uncheck autoplay because I don't want the thing to start automatically. I want people to have to start it manually because I don't want them to miss any slides. I'm going to click and I'm going to highlight this code. I'm copying this code. Again, they're giving you the embed code just like we got the embed code from YouTube. Okay, and I'm going to say done. Then I'm going to go back to my article, and now I'm going to go to text field 3. And again, I could put text in here if I wanted to, but I'm just using this to have a place to embed the slideshow. So again, I'm going to click on source, and again that grays out those other options so I can tell I'm in the source code. Copy it in, click source back. Now in this case it's got a white box in here, that little flash symbol in the middle of it. That's telling me that is embedded. It is a flash slideshow, which means you can't watch it on an iPad or iPhone, but you can watch the video, by the way, the YouTube video on those devices, just not the flash slideshow. Hopefully Picasso will switch to non-flash at some point to correct that issue. But now we've got these things all set up, and I'm just gonna name this test article. Oops. A-R-T. Okay, test article. And description, I'm just going to put test because I'm going to delete this after we do it. And author is Craig. and it's an event, let's call it. And let's put it on Frederick.com. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do no ad on this one. You got a choice of putting an ad in or no ad. I'm going to put no ad. Okay, so everything's in here. That's really all I need to do. I'm ready to publish this article. Again, in this first text field, I could have put as much text as I wanted, and I can left justify it or center it. I can bold it. You can change. You can change the color of the font. So you got a lot of flexibility there on that text field 1, what you can put in there. But what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to say we're ready to publish. So I'm going to say save the page down here at the bottom. And it's waiting for Frederick. There it is. Okay, so it's published. Now when you publish your article, it's going to go into a queue, and an admin is going to have to approve it. Since I am an admin, this one's live immediately. It's already there. So I can click view, and I can view the article. And here it is. Here's the article. And the video will play right here.
Hi, I'm Krista, and I'd like to invite you and your family to the Green Home Wellness Fair at the Landon House in Urbana on Saturday, May 21st and Sunday, May 22nd from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Admission is free. You'll meet area experts who can help you go green on your next home remodeling project. That's the Green Home Wellness Fair at the Landon House on May 21st and 22nd. Affordable vendor space is still available. And get ready for the Urbana Farmers Market.
Okay, so there's that commercial, and then we got the photo slideshow here with some behind-the-scenes shots from making that video. See the beautiful Landon House in the background. Okay, so again, this could be a slideshow of anything. This could be a slideshow of an event. This could be a slideshow of a new product that has come out that you're talking about, a new service. It can be anything. So, okay, so let's go ahead and pause that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, before I forget, I'm going to go back and I'm going to delete this article because we don't want this test article live on the site. So bear with me here a second because I usually don't delete articles right after submitting them, but I've got to delete this one. Okay, so now I'm on my article admin page, and here's my test article here, and I'm just going to click delete. Sure you want to delete it? Yep. And it's deleting. Okay, so that test article is now gone. Now if that article was to remain published, you can scroll down on the home page here, and right here we see our most recent articles. And the most recent one here is Walkersville Southern Railroad. So if I click on that, again we're going to see that Walkersville Southern Railroad article. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close that out. So that's as simple as that for publishing an article. An announcement is actually even easier than an article. I do want to go over the events calendar. So there's a choice here to submit a calendar event. Okay, so that brings up the events calendar. And again, once you're logged in, you're going to see a link that's going to say add an event. Okay, you got to be logged in as a member. Again, being a member is free. So I'm going to click on this add an event. And here it's a fill in the blank deal. You put in the title, the description, location. Try to put the full address in there if you can. You got a start time and the date. So you got the hours, minutes, AM, PM, and the date. And then you got an end time. And this is important to fill both of these out. The time that it starts and the end time. If it's the same day, then use the same date. If it's a 2-day event, then it can end the second day, whatever, and they'll automatically put it on the calendar for as long the duration of the event. Now, reoccurring event, you can select here for 1 day, or let's say 3 days, and it's going to repeat for 3 times. So it's going to repeat every 3 days for 3 times. Or you could do every 3 weeks or every 1 week. So this is for if the event reoccurs. All right. Now be careful again when you're doing this. Make sure that you get it right, because it's going to put it on that calendar for a whole bunch of times. And if you don't do that correct, then people are going to go to an event that's not going to be there. So just make sure you take a look. And once you do submit this, go back to the events calendar. And again, we have to approve it. Usually it's approved within a day or so. It'll be on the events calendar, and then just make sure that your dates are correct and all of that. And then again, you can, if it's your content that you've submitted, you can go to your content on the left, right below your name where you're logged in, and you can edit your content if you need to fix something. Then you've got a contact name, contact phone number, email. You got a URL. This is if your event has a website address that you want to drive people to. Maybe it's your own website. Put that URL in there and include the http:// so that it'll make it a hot link. Some systems nowadays are automatically knowing, because it ends in .com, that it's a website and they make it a hot link. But just to be on the safe side, it's always good to include the http:// and then your website address, just to make sure it's a hot link. Then you got events category here. Again, we got various categories: business, dining, education, charity, sporting event, community, recreation. Just click on the most appropriate category. Then put some keywords in here. Again, this is for search purposes. So if somebody's trying to find it on Frederick.com, you put these keywords in here. It'll help them find the event. And also, this helps for Google searches as well. Since I'm an admin, I have a little box here, featured event. I can make it the featured event. If you email me, if you put a good event on the calendar, email me at Craig@Frederick.com, and I'll make it the featured event for you. And then that's it. You just click on the button down here. It says Add Event. And again, it's going to be submitted, and we're going to approve it usually within a day or so, and your event will be live on the calendar. And there's absolutely no charge for this. So if your church is having a fundraiser, if you're having a yard sale at your house, whatever, go ahead and put it on here and take advantage of that. We also have free classifieds, and this is fairly self-explanatory. Again, this is all free. You can put advertisements in here with photos and so forth, and take advantage of this service to get the word out about something that you're selling: a car, house, boat, whatever. Again, a yard sale you're having. You can even have little online stores in here. So anyway, we're all about letting people get involved in their community online, and this is the way people exchange information now is on the internet, and they use things like Twitter, Facebook. By the way, when our articles are published, they automatically go out on the Frederick County Twitter feed, twitter.com/Frederick County. Frederick Live is another Twitter feed that we have. And so we share a lot of this information on Twitter, on Facebook. So we're leveraging social media as well to help get the word out about all of these events and services in the area. If you do own a business, here's our business directory. This is throughout the website, and this is also on other websites throughout the community. It's one business directory, and the idea here is to have a place where people can go to find services that they need and find it quick. It's organized just like the Yellow Pages, but we don't waste any trees. And so we put nice features on businesses in here, complete write-up on businesses with photos and sometimes video clips and so forth. Businesses can also share coupons and so forth. So you know, it's a powerful tool for businesses to use to get out the information about what they are all about and what kind of services they are providing to the community. And again, it's not just name, address, and phone number. We do complete write-ups about these businesses that are featured throughout the site, and very easy to navigate. Let's say you need a law firm. I go to L, click on lawyers, and boom, I'm there just like that. Okay. So I definitely recommend that if you do own a business, that you take a look at the A to Z business directory and get involved. It's another way for you to solidify your position in the community and get customers that really are going to put money in your cash register because they're local businesses. And it's a comprehensive business directory. So do business with the businesses that are listed on there. If you own a business, go ahead and find other businesses to do business with here in the A to Z business directory. And you can see here, if I go to fredericknews.com, click through the homepage, you can see that the A to Z business directory is here as well. Okay, and if I go to even if I go to frederickevents.com, all right, and I scroll down to the bottom here, you can see the A to Z business directory is here. So if I need a printer, I click on P and go down here to printers, paper, print supplies. Okay, and here's Minuteman Press. And boom, just like that, I've got a whole bunch of information about Minuteman Press, including his address, phone number, and I can even get driving directions here, so I can find out exactly how to get to him on West 7th Street there. So that's a little overview on the AreaGuides network and Frederick.com and the sister sites involved, and how we're getting involved in the community and how you can get involved in these community websites and submit your own content. So please follow me at CraigShipp.com, and get involved in your local community. Thanks for tuning in.